Hello, everybody, and welcome to session number 16, the only session number 16. We're not doing red and blue versions anymore because we are back with our original cast. Well, mostly Mikhail, unfortunately, is unable to hang out with us today, but that's all right. We miss you, Mikhail. Hopefully, we will see him in session 17. But for the time being, we are going to move forward with our three other players, and we're going to have a very a fun warm-up question. And the question is, since we just had a crossover with the Pokemon campaign universe, if we were to, which we're not, but if we were to have a crossover session that took us back into the Dragon Age campaign universe, which character would you be most interested in interacting with or role playing with in the crossover? And if you would like to select a PC and an NPC, you are welcome to, but you don't have to.
Considering the recent events in the Mass Effect campaign, I'm not entirely sure Vito would be entirely all that happy about going to Thetis, but if he was to interact with any of the characters, something that would be interesting to see an interaction between is Vito and Delwyn, was it? And
Yes, Delwyn. Yeah. Why?
If only because Delwyn's character is. I would like to say that that's kind of a wild card character, especially with the blood magic and everything. Considering the thing with the red lyrium in Mass Effect, I don't think Vito would take kindly to that, and it would make an interesting interaction. Other than that, as for NPCs, Vito interacting with Archer would be interesting, because I'd like to think Archer was a rather rational character, which I think Vito would enjoy being in his company.
I think this is probably a pretty easy to tell answer, but I think Nathan and myself would find the most interesting interaction in Maximilian.
Why?
Max, well, sorry, I know he doesn't like being called that. Maximilian, he and Nathan seem to have a very parallel view on the world, or a very parallel way of dealing with things, which a lot of the time involves breaking his own knuckles on concrete or statues in Maximilian's cases. But there's always the fact that Max is a very heartfelt. He loves people, but he doesn't show it very often. And I think that Nathan could either help bring that out. I also believe that Max could help Nathan view the world a little bit more, not with less naivete, but a little bit more cynically, and that might help him in a way, I think, because Nathan's always been trying to help people, even if they sometimes don't want his help, which can get him in trouble. So, I think Max could improve Nathan's view on the world, and I think that Nathan could maybe help Max open up a little bit. As for NPCs, I think it's pretty much a toss-up between Plimp, our good old-fashioned werewolf. I think just because Nathan and him would be great buddies, I think that they would get on like a house on fire. But I also think that he and Captain Maelstrom would be very interesting, just because of the fact that they're so. I don't want to say different, but because of the fact that he'd show up and it would be. I think it'd just be interesting to see how they'd clash/interact, or however else it happens between the two of them. Because I just think it'd be fun, if I'm genuinely honest. And I think Nathan would enjoy himself. So
I was thinking that maybe from the PCs it would be Haleser.
Haleser.
Because it's, well, it has some similarities with Gimmick, like in the way that she has something inside her that changes who she is, and like she can do anything about it, and like she has to deal with it and move on and live with her life. And well, that's what she does in that campaign. And there are a lot of choices she took, and the way she acts. That yeah, I think it would be like a good influence on Gimmick. And for the NPCs, let me see. I was thinking Cogs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because I think that you said that Dagna was buried under like a cave in or something like that. But I don't know if Dagna died. But if Dagna died, if Dagna didn't die, I would like Gimmick to meet them both.
Yeah, Dagna is definitely still a question mark there.
Yeah, I was
So.
expecting them to bring Cogs to the dwarves city because maybe
They didn't.
Oh.
So we'll see how it goes
Yeah.
from here on out. And did you guys want to choose an NPC from the Mass Effect game that you would like for me to answer that question with?
What about Jules?
Yeah,
Jules?
I was thinking the same. But what do you think, Kiwi? Okay.
The person who first popped up into my head for Jules would be Archer. And the reason I say that is because Jules is, he's got a very good eye, so out of character, he does have very good training with a sniper rifle. So he is a bit of a sharpshooter in that sense. And I think that him and Archer would have that commonality to bond over. Then, as far as a PC goes, I really think that Jules and Andrea would get along very well because Andrea, she likes the finer things in life. She likes her gowns, she likes her makeup, she likes her jewelry, and that elegance, I think, is something that Jules would be drawn towards, and they would find some common ground that way. So, cool. All right, let's get back into the story. So, when we left off, if you had watched both the red and blue versions of Session 15, the group has come together in the Draco's Den within the PC of the Pokemon campaign, or of the Pokemon universe. And we'll just take it from when you guys... We'll assume that you guys have said your farewells to your respected guest PCs, and you are now together figuring out what are you going to do next. You will guys, Vito's group will notice that David is with Nathan and Gimmick, but Gimmick is different. Maybe you wouldn't even recognize Gimmick right away.
Vito's not saying anything at first, just exchanging looks with Nathan.
Hey, Vito.
Hey. Did you get the haircut?
I don't think Solarians can get haircuts.
Oh, okay. Happy to
Are
see
you okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Gimmick?
Oh, we have gifts for you, so...
He evolved. And Nathan does this whole quotation mark things when he says that. Apparently it's got something to do with his type. I don't know. Something to do with this world. I don't get it. I just sort of accepted it at this stage.
I'm better now, yeah.
Do you feel like this is you?
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe it always was me, and I just I don't know. But yeah, I feel real nice.
That's good.
I
I sold my hat to an interdimensional god, so we can go back home.
Oh, that was it.
Okay, I'm just
Thank
gonna
you.
roll with it then. Thank you for sacrificing your hat to this god for our safety, I suppose.
Was it David pipes up and says, a legendary?
Ooh,
I suppose so.
one like me?
Are you a legendary?
I don't know. People call me that. It felt kind of nice, if I have to tell you.
Well, you are unique.
Oh,
Yeah, we can't argue on that one.
yay.
I'm very sorry that you went through so much trouble to rescue me that you had to sell your hat, Vito.
It was an old hat, anyway. Um, I'm just glad you're safe.
Speaking of, you said you had us away home.
Vito's going to raise the hoop.
Yes, you have two of them,
Yeah.
and you just clink them together, is what you've been told.
So,
Apparently, it's going to stay open for 60 seconds, so
Oh, do you have anything you want to bring? Because you should give it to me if you do so.
I do have a couple of things.
Oh,
Yeah, Vito's going to, pull out all the Pokeballs, all the movies, pretty much everything that came from Keith's apartment that they decided to keep.
That's also the elf fruit, if I remember.
The elf fruit, I think Tiffany gave her battle trench coat to Dia also.
Mhm. Okay. And I'm going to just say for right now that Dia will also include the blue lyrium necklace
The
as
blue
well.
lyrium necklace.
We'll assume that's in that.
that's like that red shit, except it's not red.
it's apparently it's in purest version. That thing is not volatile, and it actually helped Dia go beyond.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh.
Don't need any more of that.
does it happen anything when I touch it?
You hold on to it, and it doesn't
Okay.
do anything. It's shiny. It looks cool, but nothing happens.
Oh, also, before I forget, Gimme would walk up to David and start punching him in the shoulder. Why did you have to stay back? I told you to go with me.
Sorry, I was trying to keep up, but something got in the way. I physically couldn't.
And then Gimme will stop and be like, hi, David, and be like, okay, it's okay. I'm happy that we could find you again. I was worried that we may never get to see each other.
Thank you. I'm glad that everything worked out for you all and you were safe. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted anyway.
You did a great job, David.
I'm ready to go home.
Me too.
Yay.
Okay.
Let's get going, Vito.
Yep.
And
That's
Vito's
the best
going to-
sentence I hear today, so
Vito's
let's-
going to clink the rings together.
You're going to clink the rings together, and a ball of glowing essence sort of fizzles almost from the two rings, from the points where you click them, and it coalesces into another portal-looking thing that you believe will only be there for 60 seconds.
okay.
And Nathan steps through. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
you will all go into the portal, and then everything feels a bit disorienting, and all of you will arrive back in what you recognize as the guest collective. And you will receive, you will hear a voice from within your head saying, "Oh, is that you, Vito? Gimmick, you've returned. Oh, you had me very worried. We lost your signal for the last several hours. What happened?"
You have no idea.
Can we explain when we get out of here, please?
Yes, of course. We will proceed to return you back into your bodies right now, and you'll after a few moments, the scene around you starts to fade away and disappear, and everything goes dark for a moment, and then you will then feel yourselves physically back in your bodies as you begin to wake. And it'll feel like you've been in some sort of coma for like a week. You're in a very deep, deep sleep during those several hours.
Can I get like a coffee, please? Jesus, my head.
Yay, we are back. Mission successful. Ow. So,
Did your cat just bite you?
So Dia is there, but we're gonna say Dia's tired. You still have the bag of things from the Pokemon universe in your possession,
yeah.
and Vito, I swear to you, I'm not going soft on you. I think this would have been an excellent character growth moment for you. However, realistically, while you are in the Pokemon universe, you are not physically there. That was just a manifestation of your consciousness. So it makes zero sense for your hat to not be on your head right now. Your hat's still on your head.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just going to fleece it.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
God. I always hated cryo sleep.
Vito,
Hmm?
do you think that maybe that Pokemon took the soul of your hat or something like that?
Realistically, Turians believe everything has souls.
Oh,
That's entirely possible.
Meanwhile, back in the Pokemon world, there is a new Pokemon called Hatmon, which is from the soul of the hat, which has the soul
Soul
of
of forgotten hats all around the Pokemon.
soul of the forgotten
that's
hat,
great.
Hatmon.
Oh my God.
Ooh, also, before I forget, I brought something for you, Vito.
You did?
Yeah. And Gimmick will take out the mask that it was given to him. And I read something about the Pokemon. It says something like, when you watch it, you feel like you want to cry or something like that. You feel sadness. So I don't know if the mask will make you feel that, but Gimmick will give you the mask.
It's Lux's mask.
Yeah, it is.
It's a present from my master to you.
It looks. Guess I'm gonna have to study that. It's really nice, Gimmick.
I'm happy. I was trying to get something more square, but yeah,
I wonder what.
I'm happy that my master thought that he didn't need this mask anymore. I hope that he gets to find who he really is or what his place.
Sure he will one day.
And now, what place should we be in?
I don't think the plan has changed. We're heading to the Citadel. We're bringing Jules with us. Heading back to Ilium, and speaking of the Red Lyrium thing, I have good news.
And Vito's going to go through, I think it's in Gimmick's bag then, and pull out the elf fruit plant.
Right. It's like a sproutling or something. Yeah.
That, when powered down to a poultice of some sort, healed Dia of whatever the Red Lyrium did.
Oh, can I take a look?
Be careful, that's the only one we have. Since we don't have a hydroponics bay on the ship, I think it would be best if we leave it with Alan. I suppose Binary Helix have hydroponics.
Oh,
We can't
yeah.
do much with one plant. We need more than one if we want to heal the whole population.
Whole population of every Asari. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of plants. Nathan was over there with David after doing a few push-ups to get his blood flowing again.
Oh, just said something like this blue crystal is like the red one, but blue?
I suppose it's the non-corrupted version, or as far as I can understand.
Then what happened if I look through it? And Gimmick would try to look through the crystal.
You look through the crystal and nothing out of the ordinary. You don't see anything out of the ordinary through it.
Oh, it looks nice.
Look at me through it. Maybe you'll see something different then.
And turns around and looks at Nathan.
Turns around and looks at Nathan and I'm gonna say you don't see anything out of the ordinary still.
Ooh,
You still don't see anything out of the ordinary.
you look blue. Are you... There is something wrong with you?
No, that's weird. When Dia looked at me through the red lyrium, she told me I was covered in a red aura. So
Maybe it only works with people with powers? with biotics?
I mean, I am biotic. So
When I looked through it, I could see stuff.
yeah,
I think the blue one may not have the same properties as the red one.
may I? Even though I said I wouldn't touch it, my curiosity is going to be the death of me.
Okay.
Nathan
Just
will.
don't die.
You will touch the blue lyrium, and as soon as you touch it, again, it's almost like your fingertips start to go to sleep, and then your hand starts to go to sleep, and you get this tingling feeling running down your arm. And it's just going to continue unless you let go of it.
Is it like pins and needles sort
It's
of
like
thing?
pins and needles. It's not... It's
Painful.
uncomfortable, but it's not... It's not like painful, it's just, ooh, that's, ooh.
That's not nice.
That's not nice. I mean, I can endure it, but it's not pleasant.
He's not gonna let it go until he until it I don't know. He's just not gonna let it go. He's just gonna see what happens.
You're going to keep holding on to it, and then as it goes across your body, up to your head, to your eyelids, you suddenly feel very cold. You feel the entire room around you grow dark, and you feel very lonely. This sense of loneliness, solitude, and everything is silent. But it's got a little bit of a slightly creepiness factor to it. So the way that I best described this to the other group was, think the Upside Down from Stranger Things. So you are in Salo's laboratory, but it's like an upside down version of Salo's laboratory. And if you want to maneuver around this place, you can. Now, to everybody else, Nathan's still physically there. So, but if you like try to call out to him or interact with him, he doesn't notice you at all whatsoever.
Okay, so what Nathan's going to do is he's going to walk over to where Nilu is in the room, like where he remembers her being. I'm assuming she's still in the room, and then he's going to like just kind of he's going to reach out and like pretend like he's putting the lyrium back in Gimmick's hand. So his brain is over there with Nilu, but he's like, okay, what if I just let it go? And I'm pretending I'm giving it back to Gimmick.
So Nilo sees Nathan handing the lyrium crystal to her, and she cautiously will put her palm up to it right when you drop it, basically. So Nilu will be able to catch the lyrium, and as soon as the lyrium drops from your hand, Nathan, everything reverts back to normal.
That was weird.
What happened? You look like you were in a bit of a daze, Nathan.
And then, thankfully, it's not the cryo sleep coma thing. So you guys just saw me standing here, right, and like giving this thing to Nilu, right?
Well,
Yep.
you walk over there.
Yeah, I whatever place I was in was not here. I kind of held on to that blue lyrium, whatever it is, and I was next thing I knew, I was on my own. There was nobody around. There was nobody in the room. It was cold. Nobody here at all. And I just sort of walked over to where I remember Nilu standing and offered her the crystal. That was it. But she wasn't there. Like, I couldn't see you, Nilu, but I remember you were in the room at that particular place.
Interesting.
I think from what Dia has told me and from what you've been telling me, that you're going where we can see them through the red lyrium.
So I've been to that place where they are now, and I came back. Is that what you're saying?
I think. And it's just a hypothesis, but when we have more ways to cure them, I think that's how we're going to reach them.
All right. You two should probably take that necklace back then and hold on to it, because I will vanish. Well, not vanish, but I won't be here if I hold on to it. So.
Well, just out of character, it's a necklace, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're holding it by the crystal itself as opposed to the chain.
Yeah.
So, if Dia can't take it, because it would happen the same, you can take it. Who is going to have dependent with them?
One of you two, since it won't affect you, since you're not biotic.
How do you feel about it, Vito?
I can keep it.
Okay. Just be careful it doesn't do anything weird with you.
Oh,
If
right.
you feel that your fingers tingle or anything like that, you could just ask your medic.
Please contact your doctor if you're
Yeah.
experiencing the following symptoms.
Symptoms, yeah.
Tingling in the
Nausea.
extremities.
Internal bleeding. Schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Just a massive list of
Yes, exactly.
I'll
dizziness,
be
drowsiness,
careful with it.
headaches.
And he puts it on.
Yep, you put it on and it's pretty. It's a pretty necklace. So,
I mean, Tiffany wouldn't be wearing it if it wasn't pretty, to be honest.
yes. David, will turn to the group and say, I think I am going to go home and just take it easy for a bit.
Give Jack a call. She'll want to hear from you, considering.
I'll do that. I hope that I did not distract you too much from your mission. Good luck. And
Thank you.
again, thank you for coming back for me.
It's no problem, David. Have a safe trip home.
He will go over to Nathan and give him a hug before he leaves.
Nathan will hug him back.
All right.
Touch. Bye.
Nilu will make sure that everything at the lab is in order and says, well, I guess since that was a success, I have good news to report back to Salo. Is there anything else that you need?
Well, tell him that other people might be angry with him because he
probably already knows about everybody else wanting to kill him right now. But no, actually, there was one of my companions, Quallen, actually brought up an idea. Could the Geth fight Lun? Because from what I understand, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, Nilu, the Geth aren't just one entity; they're like thousands and thousands of entities in one frame. Is that right?
Yes, all in one collective, which you just came back from.
So we know Lun can control minds, right? Can she control that many minds at once? Sorry, he.
I would be very doubtful of that.
That might be a way to distract him, at least. Having several 100,000, what was it, 50,000? I think Salo told me, entities flying at you at once wouldn't be a great thing.
I think somebody at some point suggested that Lun wouldn't be able to read their minds at all, period.
Because they're Geth.
Because they're Geth, they're synthetics, and you don't believe that... You believe synthetics are immune to Lun's ability to read their minds. It doesn't quite work for him.
Do you know if that would work, Nilu? Or do you know if anyone who previously knew Lun would know if that would work?
I think that would be a very, very good theory, yes.
Well, there's another thing you can tell Salo.
On top of that, Dia and I may have secured a technology that could very well capture Lun.
Wait, what?
We also have things like that, Nathan.
Mm.
Yeah, Vito's
And
going to
Mimic
pull
shows the
out.
buckle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a new thing I didn't think of.
The Pokeball also had things inside, and Gimmick would open the Pokeball, and I think a suitcase would come out, like a storage case.
Is that what they gave you, a storage case?
Yeah.
Okay, if that's what a suitcase would come out of it, then go ahead.
This is what I can copy the message he sent
It's
me.
almost like a semi-bag of holding.
Yeah, it's like a small little bag of holding.
It says store case. These extremely useful cases are capable of capturing non-living matter. Once applied to Pokeball, storage cases cannot be removed. So it's like an extension. Oh, never mind. It's like that Pokeball. It turns into a storage case because it's applied to it.
It turns into a storage case.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's a 2-meter dimension, 2 by 2 meters, and you could put stuff inside it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And so anything that can fit in within
2 by
its
2 by 2.
dimensions. 2 by 2. So it's not like... Right, it's not like Mary Poppins' carpet bag.
Yeah.
No.
Kind of a bag of holding.
So that is a carpet bag of holding. Yeah, so it grows into a regular suitcase. You can pack it, and then it can turn into a ball.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, which is actually really useful.
Yeah.
It says that we have like replicas of the Arceus plates, but he gave me some stats for it, and I don't know if those would work because they are kind of powerful. But I copied the whole message in there.
So what you're telling me is that, well, didn't they mention as well they have to consent to going into those things if you're a living, breathing, sentient creature? Isn't that a thing?
True, but the one we got was created in the first place to capture a god.
I don't know. It's something to think about, but I don't know if it'd be anything to rely on.
I'm gonna say that Vito, you would have been provided knowledge that that is in order to capture someone against their will. You can't do it outright. You would have to lower their HP down to a certain percentage. So you can't just go up to Lewin and
Yeah.
just be like, "Ha!" You're gonna have to put in a little bit more effort
That would
to
have
take
been too
down
easy.
Lewin's HP until you start hearing this tidu 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 bell ringing. Like, what is that ringing?
And we also have the PB&J, so
You also have the PB&J. Yeah, 3 shots. Yeah.
Ooh, also, didn't we take like a diamond or something like that that Nathan's on in the ground?
Nathan took a pearl, a nice
here we
pearl,
go.
and a necklace for somebody as well.
Oh, here you go, Nathan. Maybe you should go gift it to you know who.
Nathan takes his 2 items and puts them away. Thanks.
Good luck with that.
Well, we got to get back
Alrighty.
to the ship. So once we do that, we're gonna have to think about things. But while we're here, we could actually go and maybe grab some equipment or something. Maybe some new weapons. This place, Thessia, is not exactly known for its weapon purchasing abilities. That would be more something you could do on a Citadel or Ilium. But if you guys should probably think a little bit about getting some better equipment. Maybe we can talk to Shias about that. Speaking of which, we should probably report into her because it's been like
Yeah.
3 weeks at this stage.
Oh, I want to talk with Shias.
Yeah,
Also-
we can report into her when we get back to the ship.
Vito.
Mhm?
Can we go visit your husband?
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll get to do that.
We can find time.
Would you like to go alone?
Maybe at first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a bit.
Well, we also don't know how long it's going to take Jules to actually, cut anything into a gem, into an actual piece of lens, since he's not worked with this material before. So you have time,
Yeah. I think I asked Jules for a pair of glasses. Oh,
yeah.
I hope that those are ready.
So you guys are going to get back to the ship, correct?
Yes.
And where are you guys traveling?
To the Citadel to go see Jules.
All right. You guys are going to go to the... You are going to travel to the Citadel to see Jules. Is there anything that you want to do or roleplay before you arrive in the Citadel? So I'm going to say that Koalin is going to be at the mess area.
I think Vito's
Stan is going to be back in his area. Pip is going to be in the rec room. And we're going to say that... yeah, we'll say that Pip and Zadreri are both in the rec room.
Okay. Where do I go first is the question. I'm going to go talk to Stan, see what he's up to. It's been a while since we actually...
You are going to go downstairs to Stan, and as you go down the stairs, a shot fires and sails past your head, and you realize that Stan is currently in the middle of target practice. So he actually set up some pieces of cardboard like on one end, and he's sort of taking a few shots, and you can see that virtually all of his shots have been hitting straight through the bullseyes of the cardboard.
Except for the one that nearly hit Nathan in the head.
Except for the one that nearly hit you in the head.
Yeah. You see him walk downstairs, he just ducks. He's like, God, what is it with me being shot at?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You didn't hurt me. You didn't hit me. It's fine. Jesus Christ, Stan.
You should warn me before you come into my room.
You have an open firing range set up in here. Shots could ricochet and hit anything. You could blow up the goddamn ship. He points at the little hammerhead thing.
I'm not going to blow up the ship. At least not with this gun. Maybe with this gun, he says as he holds up an even larger, like, grenade launcher looking thing.
You know what? I'm not going to ask any questions. Just next time, don't be shooting towards the stairway. That's all I ask, please. Before somebody does actually get hurt.
Okay. And he says that in a, alright, Dad, kind of way.
Actually, if you really wanted to, you could set up the ship to have its shields turned on and use that as a backdrop. So that way your shots will be stopped by the shield. You don't have to worry about it then.
That's a good idea.
See? Now, use your brain. You have it for a reason. But you've been practicing. You've been doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah. I gotta get myself ready for whatever we're gonna do for our next mission.
Oh,
A hero has to make sure that he's always alert and ready.
a hero, huh?
Yes, a hero. That's what we are, right?
I don't know. I'll give you an honest answer there. I don't know, Stan.
What do you mean you don't know? We are the good guys, right?
Being a good guy and being a hero aren't the same thing.
Well,
You know,
we are.
Read the Punisher comics?
I'm sure he has. Hark hasn't, though, but I'm sure he has. Out of
Just
character.
a quick little thing. Watch the Punisher on Netflix. It's really good. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So Frank Castle isn't a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But he is a hero or an anti-hero, I suppose.
True.
I mean, I'd rather have Frank Castle in my corner than have Daredevil sometimes. Though Daredevil's pretty cool too.
I like Daredevil.
Who's your favorite Avenger?
He thinks for a moment. Oh, that's really hard. Honestly, Black Widow, he says. And he kind of says that as a, oh, I love Black Widow kind of way.
He's like,
So you're not really sure what he means by he loves Black Widow?
I think Nate knows exactly what he means by that.
Yes.
Okay, Stan. Yeah. You want to know who mine is?
Sure. Who is it? Oh, wait. Let me guess.
Sure.
He thinks for a moment. And then he says, Steve, Captain America.
No, he's not my favorite.
Really? Who's your favorite?
My favorite is Hawkeye.
Really? Why Hawkeye?
He's just a dude who's really good at one thing. Nothing really special about him. He's just really good at shooting a bow.
I can see that. Hawkeye's fine, but he's not very...
Flashy.
Well, yeah.
Well, if I was gonna go with my favorite flashy Avenger, it's probably Thor, to be honest.
Oh, Thor's cool.
Yeah.
I really want his hammer.
Mjolnir is pretty cool. I like the lore behind it.
I didn't know you read a lot of comics.
The interstellar trips between games and, stuff like that. You tend to find time to do things. Video games, comics, books.
Well, if you ever want to borrow any of my collection, you're welcome to.
Oh, thank you, Stan. Speaking of which, have you read through the issue on a Spider-Man I loaned you?
I did.
What do you
Twice.
think? You enjoy it?
Yes. I want to know more.
I can get you more.
Oh, yeah, I would love that.
Hang on. And he'll pull up his Omni tool. Here is the next 6 issues. Have fun.
Well, I think target practice is over. He tosses his gun to the side as it clangs. I gotta do some research.
All right, Stan. I'll see you later.
And he'll wave you goodbye as you leave.
So when Nathan leaves, you would like see. Would you like go outside through the door that you came in first, right?
Sure, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So when you open the door, Gimmick it's like peeping, was checking what was happening there through the door. And it's like, oh, hey, oh, hi Nathan, I wasn't spying on you. I wasn't spying. Yeah, okay, bye. And you will go.
Oh, baby.
And this is gimmick as gimmick, not gimmick as indie, correct?
No, it's Gimmick, yeah.
Is
And
gimmick okay?
escape unless you stop Gimmick.
What are you doing, Gimmick?
Oh, hi Nathan. I wasn't spying on you. I was spying on. I mean, I wasn't spying on anyone. I was just checking the room
Why were you
because.
spying on us?
No, I mean, I have to check how the kitchen rats are. Okay, bye. And there we go.
Nathan just sort of shrugs, like, okay.
Oh, baby.
He's obviously not wanting to tell me, so I'm just going to let him run away.
Should we call before or after, like to Shayas?
Oh yeah, that's right. I should call Shias. I will probably like gather everyone in the not the rec room, sorry, in the mess hall. Yeah,
There is
intercom.
anything we shouldn't tell Shayas, just in case?
No, I think at this stage we need all the help we can get.
Yeah.
There's no point in not telling her something. She could know something we don't.
You guys will get yourselves collected to make the call to Shayas Lazim, and you will see her answer. Why, hello there, darlings. It's been a while since your last update. I was getting a little worried.
It's been hectic, Shias. Though we
Oh.
have good, bad, and mutual news.
Well, please do share so I can make a proper report back to my superiors.
So the bad news. You know Lun Rowlett, right?
Oh yes, we know about Lun.
Lun is the person who has is the reason why all this dark energy is starting to encroach and spread. We also know what is causing this dark energy to spread. It is this, and he will pull a picture of some red lyrium. Apparently, and I'm going to be as frank and honest with you as I can be, this material is from a different dimension that Lun brought back from. It is causing an extreme amount of dark energy to leak into our galaxy, and to prove that, here is some readings that we got from nearby a large stockpile of it. He will send that onto her from Stan's data.
My goodness, that is quite a story. But I see that you have proof to back you up. This is very disheartening. I will definitely pass this on to the proper channels, so we can try to determine what we should do next. Was this all of the bad news that you had, or is there more?
There's a little more. So, when it comes to what this stuff is actually doing to people like myself, apparently it causes them to experience a sort of singing in their head. Dee and myself have not experienced this, but apparently we are being affected by it because we are biotic. When it comes to the latent effects or the long-term effects, non-biotics, nothing really to worry about. From what I understand, there's nothing that affects them. Rowlett was living with Lun for the better part of 10 years, and apparently it didn't affect her at all. So that might have been Lun protecting her because, you know, they're married. Well, they were, but you know what I mean. Or it might just be the fact that they're not biotic. We also know that they are vanishing, but they're not dying, if you know. How do I put this? This stuff causes them to slowly decay on a mental and physical level, from what we can understand. It causes them to sort of want to be outside, want to look at the sun, and eventually they just vanish. They will no longer be in our physical realm, and they vanish off into this alternate space where they live or they exist or something. I don't know. Can't explain all of it to you, but we'll send you along as much data as we can.
Yes, please do. This is a very fascinating phenomenon. What I don't understand, though, is how does this relate to what happened in the Trebia system?
We don't know if it does.
So this is a very completely separate thing altogether. Interesting.
Yep.
The
So-
only thing we know is that the Trebia sun's explosion was due to a buildup of dark energy, and we simply believe that it may be related by the fact that this red lyrium causes huge deposits of dark energy.
Well,
But the sun
well,
and Ilium, wasn't it? You checked that, didn't you?
we were
Yep.
told by the bad guy that the reason why the sun exploded was because of our friends.
Oh
Like-
yeah, that's the other bad.
Our friends?
Out of
Which
character.
friends?
Out of character, we didn't tell. Well, we didn't tell Shias about
Kasaz.
Kasaz and the Angara, but Gimmick did.
But Gimmick
so
did,
out of character,
She
neither
might know
I
more
nor
than us.
yeah, either like me and Nathan don't know that she knows. That's
Yeah,
So we're just looking
well,
at gimmick.
yes.
Like, what do you mean?
Right. Yeah, you guys don't know that Gimmick told Shias anything about the Angarans.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna ask Astra, would Gimmick have said that?
Yeah. I think
He would have said that.
But
Okay.
there was a session where Gimmick was like, the session where Gimmick was saying, went to say sorry to Koaland, where Gimmick told everyone that he told Vito that Gimmick told Sayas about the aliens in exchange for the same information that he took
oh
from.
right. I remember.
Okay, so
yeah.
Vito knows that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're saying Gimmick would have said that.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like,
Friends? What friends?
well, remember last time we talked that I give you some juicy details about the new race that came to our universe?
Ethan's face is slowly twisting. Like, okay.
Oh, I see. Well, this probably changes everything.
Did
So
Yes.
you may have found the actual root, the actual reason for that catastrophe.
We're not sure just yet. We just have to essentially find them.
Is there any good news that you have to share?
We have a mean to find them.
And we have a cure for this lyrium poisoning.
Oh, a cure. Well, that I definitely want to get information about.
We only have one sample at the moment. We're going to try and get binary helix Alan, of course, to grow more as quickly as he can, considering there is several billion Asari in existence right now who could probably use this thing.
So Binary Helix is looking for a cure right now.
No, we just know someone who works there who can get us what we need as quickly as we can.
I would definitely try to send that to him as soon as you're able to.
Hmm. We'll send you a scan as well, though, just for sake.
Well, you have given me very much to report back. Is there anything else?
Also,
Oh yeah.
yes.
No, you go ahead.
I just wanted to say that you're looking really nice today. Did you?
Oh, well, thank you. He says, she says. I'm actually trying out a few new pieces of jewelry, actually. She actually has some new pieces on her.
Who was the jeweler? I would like to get the name. Maybe I could get some pieces for Dia that she would love them.
She said, "Well, these pieces I actually got from one of the shops of jewels from the Citadel.
Oh,
Do you like?"
yeah. Actually, I think we are going there after this, so maybe we could ask. Did you have like a gift list or something like that in there? Something like things that you would love to buy?
Me personally, I would gladly buy the entire shop if
Oh.
I had the opportunity. But I don't get paid that much, darling. I wish.
Well, I hope that you get to buy more things. So, what did you want to ask, Nathan?
There is one more bad piece of information. Our friend, and I look between the two people who did not tell me that they told Shias, is dead. Lund killed him.
So there's no way that we can get some sort of a... there's no way we can get some sort of a confession then, is what you're saying.
Well, he didn't know anything. He said he didn't know anything. So maybe somebody else up the chain would.
Wait. But didn't Dia take like his Omni tool or something like
Yeah.
that?
We can find them. It's just that we don't have anyone with us right now who will confess. Plus, Gasage said he didn't know if there was anything to do with him. He didn't know if the Angara had anything to do with it. But if we find the Angaran Ark, maybe their Pathfinder or whoever else would.
Maybe we can still extract some more information from his belongings then.
Yes. We're going to have a few people look over it. We're going to have to try and figure out a way to actually use it because it's alien tech. So hopefully we'll have something ready by the time we leave the Citadel.
Very well. All right. I will gather all this data up, send it over to the Shadow Broker, him or herself, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.
Oh, one last thing. Could you put in a requisition for some better equipment for us? We might need it.
I will also put in a requisition for that as well.
Thank you.
I will let you know soon.
Thank you.
Thank you for your report. She types something in. For the incredible amount of information that you've been able to provide us, you each should find 50,000 credits into your accounts.
Oh,
50,000 credits.
Thank you, Shias.
Of course.
Wait, 50
You've done very
how-
excellent work.
Sorry, how many zeros is that?
That
50.
Yeah, 5.
5.
000. So that's 4 zeros. 50000.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
50,000 credits.
80,000.
And if there's nothing else, she will sign off.
Yes.
Before you guys arrive at the Citadel that night, Nathan,
Oh boy.
you will wake up and you don't feel quite right. You feel feverish, but your body is aching, such that you can't fall asleep. You're aching and so uncomfortable that you can't fall asleep, and you're feeling very feverish right now in bed.